Hello everybody, it's me, Nate, aka Double Dog, and I'm back with another game review. This time I'm reviewing Path of Exiles. This was developed and published by Grinding Gear Games, and was originally the first version was released all the way back in October of 2013 on PC, followed by an Xbox One version on August of 2017, and a PS4 version on March of 2019. It is a basic overhead RPG that borrows heavily from the Diablo series as you go around exploring different areas and dungeons, doing multiple quests from NPCs, killing monsters and bosses, gaining your experience levels and collecting loot in randomly generated levels, and you can either play this full game in a party or solo if you choose to. Now, as the game starts off, you're greeted with 6 different classes at the start you can choose from, with a hidden 7th class that will unlock once you find and free this character at the end of Act 3. The different classes are Duelist, Ranger, Shadow, Witch, Marauder, Templar, and the 7th hidden one being Scion. And each one starts off with 2 basic core attributes that are either based off of one of these 3. Either it's going to be strength and dexterity or intelligence. You don't get all 3, you only get 2 of those, but that's okay depending on what character you play as. Now, along with this being pretty much like the Diablo, weapons and gears in this game have different sockets that have areas that you can attach gems to that you collect around your adventure. Now, these gems will apply different powerful properties when placed and linked with others, and they make it to where you can create many different options for your character. Everything from like you might get increased attack speed, you can have projectiles, multiple projectiles, freezing attacks, and more. It's really a robust system, and it does lead itself open for a lot of creativity in terms of how you can build your character in this game. Now, there are so many different skills in this game. There's like over 1,000 passive skills alone in this game. And you, when you pull up the skill tree, you'll see what I mean. It's like this giant lattice work of just thousands of different abilities and stuff. And some of them will have like your main abilities and then some sub abilities attached in there as you go through. And as of the current update with this game, you can only get a little over 120 skill points total that can be used for your character. So you will have to mix and match and plan the certain way to build your character the way you want them to be. And with all these different passive skills and everything you can do, it really is quite in-depth in terms of your ability to make your own custom character from start to finish in this title. Honestly, I actually have had a lot of fun with this game, and as you're playing through and you level your character up, you'll be able to apply different abilities and moves to your hot button in the bottom corner of the screen. You'll have multiple pages of these that you can cycle through with the R1 and L2, R1 and L2 button, and each one will basically have like its cooldown timer depending on what kind of move it is. So you'll have to be constantly dealing with that, juggling the fact of with your heal vials, your magic vials to get your mana back in order to do your special moves, along with some other things. Now, one thing I did notice with this game is there really is no technically a pause mode. So if you bring up the world map by tapping down on the plus pad, or you're talking to somebody, enemies can still attack you and kill you. I've had that happen, and it can be kind of annoying at first until you understand how to work around that. Then it's not really that big of an issue. But you'll go to these randomly generated areas, you'll have certain missions there, you'll meet people you'll talk to that'll have you do like missions, like gather a certain item or kill so many enemies or stuff like that. And you'll go and you'll kill them, gaining experience the whole time, leveling up your character. And if you die, generally speaking, you'll also have options to where you can either warp back to where you were at or go back to the last town you were located at. And all in all, it's a rather fun game. I actually really like it. Now, there's a couple other things I have to point out with this title that are quite intriguing. It is a completely free-to-play game, and all the expansions, for the most part, seem to be free as well. If they're not, I don't know, maybe I just was given a special version, but it seems like I got all the DLC with it for free as well. And it has no in-game currency that you can use in this game to buy stuff or sell stuff, but it does use a bartering system. So basically you will barter, let's say you have a certain shield that you don't want to use anymore, and you can barter it for some other items. And you can pick and choose what items you're bartering with in order to, it's supposed to alleviate any sort of problem, since this is an online game with other people playing it. It's supposed to alleviate it of screwing up their in-game market, the in-game economy. So I can understand, because I play Final Fantasy Online. They do something similar with their guild in that game with certain items and stuff. So I can understand why they do that. Now, the other thing about this game that's interesting is it has multiple different leagues that you can join if you choose to. And these different leagues will offer you all kinds of different alternate play modes, like battle royale modes, timed modes and stuff like that, and special events as well. So depending on if you decide to join a league and what league you join, you'll get different perks and different moves and not moves, but different play styles that you can play through. Like they might have like a weekly event going on to see like how many people you can kill in 30 minutes or something like that, and that's actually pretty cool. And as of this video, they have currently had over 8 different expansions for this title. For its lifetime, it has had a lot of an additional content added, and I can definitely appreciate that because it plays really, really good. To me, it kind of plays like a Baldur's Gate, because I'm not really a guy who's played a lot of Diablo, so I can't really say other than the fact that it does seem like Diablo. But to me, it also plays a little bit like a Baldur's Gate title. And I like the lore behind it. It's got a lot of good lore, a lot of good voice acting. The play style, how it plays is very well done. All in all, I actually really, really do like this game, and I can see it being a major time sink in the amount of stuff you can do, the creativity of how you can make your characters uniquely your own. And honestly, I really do like it. Now, since this is a free-to-play title, naturally it's got to make money to keep the servers running somehow, and it does have microtransactions in it. Now, from what I have seen, though, it is strictly only for buying additional skins for your characters and other additional things like adding up additional character slots for multiple different characters. You can also pay to create your own private leagues and also pay to have more advanced public trading of items. And I think that's a pretty good way of actually getting money for a game that's free to play without like hiding stuff behind paywalls to actually affect the game. You can play this game no problem from start to finish, even though it's really long, without paying a single dime. And I do appreciate that. I like the fact that they're not like, hey, here's your ultimate mega fire spell. Hey, you can go up 5 levels to get it unlocked first, or if you pay us $20 now, you can unlock it now. I have not noticed anything like that in this game, and I honestly gratefully appreciate it when these companies that make games like this that are based on a free-to-play format do the microtransactions in a way that don't overall affect the game. But honestly, I do understand you got to make money somehow, and in this case I don't have a problem with the way they did it. Hands down, I like the fact that every time you play a level, it's a new level because it's randomly generated. I like the versatility and the character development of how you can actually tweak and custom set certain abilities and stats for each character you create. I like the boss battles. They're challenging and difficult, but at the same time, they do seem somewhat fair to where it's not like a massive cheap shot. And in the end, I can say if you like a game like Diablo or you like a game like Baldur's Gate, I can actually recommend that you pick up and play Path of Exiles today. It is a pretty decent game. It does, like I say, you can play it by yourself or with a group. It has a lot of different options to it, and the overall versatility of this title makes it a welcomed addition to this particular genre. This was Nate, aka Devil Dog, and I want to thank each and every one of you for watching this video. Please leave in the comments below if you played Path of Exiles, if you think it's a good game or not. Hit the like icon if you like this video. It always helps my channel out tremendously. And remember, I always end my videos by saying, have fun, play hard, and remember people, the devil is in the details. Peace out until next time.